Hi there, so today I'm going to talk you through the 3 basic stages that a home design project goes through. I know that a lot of people at the start of a project, you are living in your home, or maybe you're about to move into a new home you've just bought, or you've perhaps been living there for a really long time and you want to do some work to your home, but you feel really stuck because you're not really sure how to go forward with the project, or maybe you're feeling really overwhelmed because it seems really a big project, so many to do, so many decisions to make, and you're not even really sure that you know what all the decisions are that you even have to make. So these are really common feelings: feeling stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling confused at the start of a project. That's normal. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can be quite simple, and these are 3. I'm going to help you simplify things in your mind for how the whole process can work, so that you can just get started, maybe even enjoy the process and just go through it one step at a time and know what you need to do at each stage. So first of all, I'll just give you a quick introduction to me. I'm Jane, and I'm the founding director of iArchitect, and I've been helping homeowners for over 10 years now to extend their homes and make them more beautiful, more comfortable, and suit their unique modern lifestyle, as well as protect the planet. And I've also been working for over 20 years as an architect on many other different types of projects. So the 3 stages are actually really simple. You just do one at a time, and make sure you've done the first one before you move on to the next one. Do the next one to the best of your ability and then move on to the final one. So 1, 2, 3. And the first one is really the very most important one. This sets the stage, sets the foundations, however you want to put it. It's the crucial part, because without this, it's much harder to do either of the following stages, and you're much more likely to end the project feeling like you've got some regrets, you've made some expensive mistakes, or you've missed some opportunities that you could have done something but you didn't, because you didn't really think it through enough at the right stage, or you weren't advised correctly. So most people don't do this stage. Most people jump in to the second stage, and there are lots of reasons for doing that. Lots of reasons. People jump into the second stage because they don't realize that the first stage is something that needs to be done, is something that's important. And the thing is that it's the only stage that only you can do. For the second stage and the third stage, you can pay other people if your budget allows you to. You can pay other people and they can do it all for you. But for the first stage, you are the only person who can do this stage. I mean, there is theoretically a way that somebody else could do it for you, but unless you'd be willing to sort of live in a kind of experimental house with video watching you all the time and psychologists sort of analysing your every move for you, then that would be the only way somebody else could do it for you. And even then, they wouldn't be able to envisage what your ideal life is like, because that's what this stage is all about. The first stage is about figuring out what you want and what you need. And so it's not about looking at the building at all. Most people jump straight in and start looking at the building and think, oh, can we move this wall? Can we move this door? How can we extend? Where can we move out to? No, stop. That's not the first thing to do. The first thing to do is to look at yourself, analyse your life, how you live and how you want to live. And then once you've got all that figured out, you're really clear about what it is you want and what it is you need, then you move into the next stage. So what you need to be thinking about are, how do you live your life? Think about what it is you do on a daily basis. How do you spend time with your loved ones at home? What activities do you do? And what do you need to do to be happy? What are your daily habits or your regular habits, things that you do once a week maybe, or every other day, things that you do daily that you have to do, you want to do, you love to do, or you need to do. And then sort of dream forward a little bit and think, how do I want to live my life? You know, how long do we want to live in this house? And if it's a long-term house, you know, 20, 30, 40 years, what do you want your life to look like in the future? And how do you want your house to support you in that? So that will be the next stage. How do you want to get your house to support you? But you need to be thinking, well, how do I want to be living? What do I want to be doing on a daily basis? You know, do I want to be going out for a run with the dogs? Do I want to be painting, writing, doing some sort of hobby? Do I just want, you know, a really nice, comfortable life? Things are easy. Time with the kids, and then time when the kids have moved out. So think about what it is you really want, what it is you really need. And this is really only the stage that you can do. You can do it with some help. Perhaps a life coach can help you, certainly something I can help you with, but nobody else can do this for you. It's only you can do it. Really look inside and think, okay, what annoys me on a daily basis? What do I really love? What do I enjoy on a daily basis? What do I want to do more of? What do I want to try and design out of my life? So you really need to get really clear about what you want and what you need. And once you're really clear, then it's time that you can move forward to the next stage. It's going to help you to make all of the decisions throughout the whole of the project so much easier when you are clear about what you want and need. Because if you're not clear and you haven't done this preparatory work, then what happens is you are not sure which decisions are going to be right for you. You kind of second guess yourself. You go back and forwards between different options because you don't really know what you want. As soon as you know what you want and what you need, then it's so easy to make the decisions because you're really clear. It's either this or that. Simple, nice and easy. It makes the whole of the project much easier. And when you're clear on what you want and need, it's much easier for you to tell your architect, your builder, exactly what it is that you want and need, and then they can deliver that for you. If you're not clear about what you want and need, then nobody else can deliver anything for you very well because they need you to communicate that. And it's very hard for you to communicate what you want and need if you're not really clear about it yourself. So that is it's the foundational groundwork. It's what you have to do. You don't move on, don't pass jail. What is it? Don't pass go until you've done this bit. It's crucial. I can't really state that strongly enough. And then the second stage, this is a stage that most people start with because most people don't realize that the first stage is a thing, don't really realize that you need to do that, or they do it, but they don't do it in a very rigorous way. You know, they maybe think about things for a bit, go back and forwards with some ideas, but usually most people jump straight into the second stage. And if you do this, it makes it really long-winded, really confusing, and it's really difficult. And the reason I think that most people jump into this stage is because it's kind of the sexy stage of the process in a way. You know, you're not sort of having to be like really honest with yourself. It's just all about dreaming and imagining and being creative. And you know, all of the coffee table books that are about home design, they're all about this stage. They're all sort of inspirational pictures, infinity pools, all the beautiful things that you can have in your home. You know, yes, it's amazing, all the options, but if you start here, then you just sort of get swamped with options, all the coffee table books, all the TV programs, all the grand designs that you could do. You have all these choices to make, but if you haven't done the first stage, it's really hard to figure out what to do at this stage. And this stage is the design stage. So you do the design stage once you've got really clear about what you want and need. So do that first and then go on to the design stage. So what happens if you don't do the first design stage is that your results can be really haphazard. You know, they might fix some of your problems. So, you know, maybe your kitchen's too small, so you build an extension. Maybe you think your kitchen's too small, but actually it's something else that is really bugging you, something else is really the problem for you. And so doing a kitchen extension, yeah, the kitchen will feel bigger, but maybe that wasn't really the problem that you had with your home, or it wasn't as big a problem as you thought it was, and something else was still a problem. And because you've not done the first stage, you've not really figured that out, what was really the issue. And so you've designed a solution to a problem that wasn't really the most important problem. And it doesn't help you to live your life more easily, or it will, but only if you're lucky. So what's the design stage? The designing really, when it boils down to it, is just about making decisions. And so, you know, if you're not the design stage gets really difficult if you're not able to make decisions. And it's really hard to make decisions if you don't really know what you want and need. So get clear on what you want and need, then go into the design stage and make all your decisions. So at the design stage, this is when you're looking at all your different design options. You're deciding how you want to reconfigure your home or extend your home. And you're doing that in a way that meets all the things, all the wants and needs that you've identified and you've got clear about, both for now and for that better transformed life that you want in the future. So you can really make those decisions really easily, and you can enjoy making those decisions because you've got that clear sight, you've got that vision of what it is you need and want now and for the future, and how to make the right decisions for you. Then the third stage, the final stage of your project, once you've made all your decisions, it's just time to build it. So a thing that a lot of people do is they start the build and they haven't made all the decisions. So if you've not finished the design work and you've not actually made all the decisions that you need to make, and you start the build work too quickly, then loads of things can happen. It's really a recipe for a bad build, because it's going to cost you more. It's going to take more time. You're going to end up having to make decisions on site in a rush that then you later regret. You're going to miss opportunities, and you're going to make some mistakes. It's inevitable. So make sure you completed all your decision work before you start the build process. Because once you've got those decisions in place, your builder knows exactly what they're building. They can be really predictable in terms of the time it's going to take them to do. They know exactly how much it's going to cost you. They'll give you a price, it's a fixed price. That's how much it's going to cost for all the things you've decided that you want. There's not going to be any, unusual things that happen afterwards, because you've made all the decisions. Everything's decided. You know how much it's going to cost. You know how long it's going to take. And you know what quality it's going to be, because you've decided the quality. So all of that is under your control because you've made all the decisions. The design has been completely done before you've started on site. And that's it, really. Those are the three. Number one, figure out what it is you want and need, both now and for the future. Get really clear on that. So you're certain, you're absolutely certain you know what it is and what you want. Number two, design. And designers just make all your decisions, make every decision that you need to make so you know exactly what it is that you're going to get. And 3, get it built. Have it built exactly as you've designed it for exactly what you want and need. And that's it, really simple. It's just 3 stages. Figure out what you want, design it, make all the design decisions, and then have it built. It's not more complicated than that, but you need to do it in the right order to get the result that you're going to be really happy with and really satisfied with at the end. And if you want my help, if you're at the start of your project and you are feeling stuck and you are feeling overwhelmed, then I can help you with that very first decision-making process and the first exploration of your design, and help you take it all the way through to the end as well. But the very first thing I do with all my clients is a home design workshop. I do this online, and you work through all your own preparation so that you can get really clear. And I've created some workbooks and some videos to help guide you through those workbooks, and you can get really clear on exactly what you want, exactly what you need, both now and for the future. And then together we do a collaborative design session where I help you explore design options that will suit you, that will work for what you want, for what you need. And that costs £497. You can book that with me. I'll put the link in the comments below. And if you would like to have a chat with me and just to see if that's the right thing for you, I'll put another link in another comment where you can book a call and we can have a chat. So I'd love to help you move your project forward so you don't feel stuck, you don't feel overwhelmed, you can enjoy the process and get that home that you really love, that will really meet your needs both now and for the future. I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has helped you feel like, it's a not so big, overwhelming, complicated thing to do. And I look forward to speaking to you again next week. Bye for now.